There we are. Trey, thank you for the 20 months. Chris, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Foxy, thank you for gifting that sub. We're all caught up. Should only take like 30 seconds to get in. Yeah. do 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 do. Hopefully our last location is saved. Now, my insulin pump is yelling at me. There we go. Select spawn. Last location. There we are. 130 radio check. 10-4. What did you just do? Oh my, everyone, what's that over there? There we are. All right, dispatch 130. I got the 95 in front of the laundry mat. Place the cuffs down. There we are.
Check their pockets. The victims are alleging they stole their IDs and belongings off them.
Here we are. Sir, can you hear me?
Do you want us to put in the car?
Transform
the crusade.
Break. What are we doing for triage?
The triage point here, been in the garage by City Hall.
10-4. 130 will be en route with the 95. We're going to get you medical. We're going to bring you over to the triage point by City Hall. Just give me just a moment. I do have to search you here. We are. For the time being, I'm going to be taking any weapons on your person. All right, I'm going to be placing you in the vehicle and get you over to the City Hall. Just a moment. .130 en route to the triage with the 95.
107, I've searched a majority of Carson between Roy Lowenstein and Jamestown. I haven't been able to find anything to this point. Continue my search though.
Have we called for EMS to the scene already?
Hey, from 30 here.
10-4. 130-23 with one of the 95s. EMS, are you on frequency? We are. There we go. EMS, we have another individual here. Gunshot wounds.
How could you do this, Rose?
Huh?
How could you do this?
What do you mean, how could I do this?
How would you shoot us?
Oh. Okay.
Who the hell do you think Rose is? The VODs?
Everything good?
No.
Uh-oh.
I would like to let this individual go. Okay, I can't release.
Are you able to drop him like a...
Unfortunately not.
There you go, that worked.
Much better. I think there was some server lag there. All right, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that mask. You should breathe a little easier here.
All right.
Here we are. Oh.
Did you search him, Brixton?
I confiscated the items that are on him. So
Okay.
I also documented it. Also, you might want to check again.
Anyone know where my
because,
95 went?
There's a possibility that his
He
these
was
guys
just
stole
laying
the
here.
victim's IDs and other possessions.
Okay, yeah, I'll check now. But what do I?
I'll check down below.
Again?
Hold on.
Okay, all right.
I have a lot of. How much stuff is it?
He's not down below.
A PD Glock.
All right.
1 for 1, 2 of my 47s are victims head pop at the same time, so I'm waiting for them for the
I'm just gonna
statements.
put it on you.
I suspect my 95 just did as well. Because I did get him transported. We did have a bit of an issue, and then something else happened.
They can keep tourniquets or no?
No.
Okay, well.
So chat, the rules here are simple.
Are tourniquets government issued?
If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. All right. That is the TLDR, aka don't be a dick. Here's the thing. I'm not telling y'all to think a certain way. But what I am saying is being an asshole about everything is not acceptable here. So ultimately, if you don't like what you see, you do the very simple thing of clicking the X at the top right. Alternatively, swap over to another channel. It's perfectly fine. Chat, I've been unable to GSR test him. I need y'all to, like, chill on trying to backseat. I would have GSR tested him, but given the scuff, you know, we've now had
I will have no mercy.
them restart, me restart, them crash. Relax. Okay?
Yeah, so I took
Relax.
I document all the possessions of people. I know how to do my job.
He also had another. He has 2 phones on him.
Yeah, that's the other one. Like I said, mentioned.
Where's Cornwood? Cornwood. Cornwood, you called the victim, right?
I did.
What's the phone number? That never answered. Oh.
Wanted to know if...
Hold on, he took some.
No. You listen. If y'all are hopping just to get another POV, that is perfectly fine. There is no issue whatsoever with that.
679.
Okay. But again, the stupid drama baity shit from people is not going to be tolerated.
What was the rest of it? Or something?
Correct.
No, it's not.
Yeah. What was that?
Doesn't have it.
You're waiting for your 95.
Yeah. Especially since Slack's indicated 2 of his had headaches. I'm gonna assume.
I'm gonna run back down to the car, make sure that's properly processed for impound.
All right,
But
works for me.
Just a quick question: because the car currently is turtle, should I flip it over and check the glove box?
Absolutely
Did we
yes.
lose EMS as well with a bit of a nap issue? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to.
Yeah, I got you.
Where's your car parked up?
Why are we stuck here? What happened?
Here we are.
I'm gonna go back
Just-
to the
Why?
vehicle.
No,
and,
don't-
Just a
barricade
moment,
things like
everyone.
this.
Just
Don't-
actually. Just a moment. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just searching my suspect right over here.
Alright, you wanna hop in? Do you have...
Back in cuffs here.
Oh, is it not?
Right. All right.
107, the contents of the glove box of the Glendale is going to have 2 PD magazines,
Here we are.
2 pipe wrenches, and 1 handheld knife.
Hey, for one of the individuals had a PD weapon on them as well.
Hey, from yeah, we have PCR positive with a PD Glock on him.
Break really quick. Did EMS have a headache as well?
A lot of people did.
Tab 4. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna search you again here. Make sure I covered everything.
Documentation of my 95 into the report ASAP.
There we are. Potential sim. And let's see here. There we are.
Maybe once you identify your 95, let me know so I can post the...
All right, sir. If you can still hear me, I am gonna go ahead and GSR test you here. Just a moment.
He's got no ID on him.
And just a reminder, I have taken any weapons on your person for the time being.
Do it, PD.
Are... Perfect.
Did you find anything that was thrown out of the vehicle on, like, James?
All right. There we are. Just gonna go ahead and tighten this up a bit. Just out of curiosity, do we have any additional EMS that are able to respond? Just in case the other individual is unable to return?
I'll check channel 1.
10-4, because alternatively, if we don't get something here within a reasonable amount of time, it's probably worth getting them transported ourselves. All right, also, be advised, my individual is positive for GSR. If you have not GSR tested any of your suspects, please make sure you do so. Barrick, what are you currently doing?
Sorry, 10-9.
What are you currently doing?
I'm heading back to triage.
The mask.
EMS is on route.
As I said earlier, let you breathe a little easier. Do we have IDs on any of these suspects? I didn't look at
Do we have the
mine.
victims' IDs, actually?
Let me...
I do have an ID on mine.
Sir, do you have an identification card on your person?
It's his.
Oh no.
All right. Gonna hold some pressure here. Unfortunately, the other EMS had a headache. New one has arrived.
Attended to yet?
This individual has gunshot wounds. They have not been attended to yet. I'm unsure on the status of the others.
This one has been attended to.
Okay.
These
all
two
right.
have.
Okay.
The previous medic is back.
Oh,
There they are.
What?
did he wake? Whoever's been attended to, if you want to go ahead and roll their gurney inside my ammo, and I will help this
Alright.
individual while my friend wakes up here.
All right. This individual is shot several times.
10-4. I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping up here. You conscious? Are you with me? Hello, hello. Good morning.
Did you need to talk to
no,
me?
just
about
vibe
something?
and.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
For that is.
I want a...
Where are you
let's come up with a game plan, given that Slacks has tasked us with pretty much sorting all this out. So my 95 had a knife, wrench, and SIM card. SIM card could be unrelated, but I want to make sure we rule out it not being the same one belonging to the victim.
Wow. Okay.
In addition, everyone in this case obviously needs to be GSR'd, searched fully. Wait, is it 2 or 3 of them?
There's 3.
Suspects?
We should have a picture. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I think that guy over on the ground getting treated right now was the one to have the gun, because the other 2 on the actual scene itself at the water tower, one had a knife and one had a pipe wrench.
Do we have any casings or projectiles or anything?
No.
Ooh. My individual's positive for GSR. There were magazines found in the vehicle. We don't have a gun.
Oh, he didn't have the gun? I thought somebody said he had it.
Wait, did anyone locate the actual firearm?
From yes. Benji had it. He's also just our positive.
10-4. Okay, so my guy's positive, his guy's positive? They both shoot?
Benji was the driver and he was the one with the knife out. That's interesting.
Yeah, you're clear to load that individual up. All right, considering all 3 suspects are about to be loaded up, everyone should be mounted up in vehicles ready to leave. There'd be no reason for any officers here to stay behind. And 4, if you have a barrier down, make sure you collect it. EMS, we should have sufficient units to follow you immediately, so you're clear to leave. I actually have a tire out. I'm going to try to resolve this. Stand by.
Everybody do a quick siren toggle as well.
I don't think I can actually use this here, oddly enough.
Is anybody dealing with that vehicle?
It's already been fully documented. I requested an impound on it, but I'm not doing anything with it further. It's probably rental.
113.
Okay, perfect.
Who's at the hospital with the victims?
hospital, and then somebody else took Chloe's statement, and we're adding her report right now.
10-4. Do you have the names of the 2 victims?
Chili Mac and Bo Bummer.
Break. Can I have one unit stay with me here at the garage? I have yeah, thank you.
All right, Slacks, have you put up a report for this?
Sam over here, I think, sir.
What is happening?
Do we?
I think R95 may have had a headache.
130 suspect unknown.
Yeah, they're all empty. For Benji, but Benji is not here. He was loaded into an ambo.
I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I think he just had a really bad headache, so bad that he fell out of the ambulance.
Okay, so then I'm gonna head back over to the garage then and wait for him.
Well, Barrick and I are here. We're
Oh, copy. Okay, never mind. I'll stay here.
We may need to be mindful of local EMS dropping them off from the garage to the hospital. When did y'all last see them by chance?
I loaded into the ambo before we left the scene.
And 4. And when y'all were en route, y'all went west McDonald, turned east or northeast on Davis, and then made a left into the hospital, correct? West McDonald onto Davis, right northeast on Davis, and then a left into the emergency bay?
Yes.
10-4. Until we ensure all 3 individuals are in custody, 130 is going to do rounds along Davis from McDonald over to the hospital. Just in the event where any of them show up.
Team. This is triage point. Triage.
The prior triage point was on McDonald in the garage. Triage has been concluded. We have moved over to the hospital. Unfortunately, everyone had, or a lot of people had headaches, so trying to recover the 95s, who may be transported by local EMS anywhere from McDonald all the way to Davis towards the hospital.
Thank you.
No problem. In the event where anyone does see any of the 95s that are currently missing, please communicate that. Hello?
Could you give me a ride to get a phone?
Unfortunately, not currently dealing with the situation at the moment. I apologize.
I understand. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Let's see, report up. Message taking. Now, I will say, chat, it has been very nice to not have those frequent, like, hiccups and, like, brief stutters.
One for one additional 43. Victims were kidnapped to that location, and then some of them were robbed of some of their belongings. mentioned in their statements what was robbed off certain individuals.
So we're running under the assumption here that this did stem from those shots fired.
Affirm, it's the same individual we found the trash pickup in the corner of Super Slats. Those were victims that were kidnapped, taken to oil fields, and then shot.
And 4.
Do we know what happened to Miss Cloak? Did we find her?
She
with
was
us,
on
please?
scene, spoke with Officer Watson. I spoke with Bo and Chili Mac.
Copy.
Hey, Slacks, my individual, no identification, as I recall, but did have a SIM card on their person, not in a phone. So we are going to have to compare the number on that card to the number you received.
Yeah, I can throw in the phone number as well if you'd like. I'm coming down to Mission 82.
And 4, if you could. We're going to be stuck at the hospital for a bit. I believe a lot of people had headaches.
Yeah, I'll stay then.
Do you think that was the right call for the captain to say shoot while they were evading? Hold on. All right. With the context, yes. And now we wait. So the context here, sort of, I believe in order, or how I would suspect everything went, was one individual was seemingly pushed off the water tower. Another individual was held up, and I suspect they bargained for free passage to the vehicle. At that point, if any of them did belong to the first situation and they had gunshot wounds, I mean, you can't really look past that. That would be very hard to look past. They saw the gun. Here's the thing. I didn't see the gun. I wasn't present for the situation. But ultimately, captain says shoot, we shoot. That's the reality. They would have had to negotiate for no shooting to not get shot there. So, Dangerous, here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize that oftentimes the negotiations are literally for the sole purpose of preserving life, as in the person that's in front of them is used as a bargaining chip and not shot or killed so that they can get into a car and make an attempt to evade, right? But if we've already made the determination that they were involved in the shooting of someone or killing someone, there's really no crime that becomes worse than that. And free passage to the vehicle just means that they're not going to get shot or anything, you know, while they're walking from the hostage to the vehicle. But the negotiation for no shooting, even if it was made, would have been called off, and they would have been shot the moment they saw that there were victims with gunshot wounds. Does the hostage is safe to bargain? Yeah, exactly. Now, okay, so you do have to stand that there's some nuance to it, because, like, for example, in 3.0 bank robberies, right? The meta was pretty much bank robbery, hostage, free passage, no spike strips, right? That doesn't mean no spike strips for the entirety of the pursuit. That just means, you know, while you're leaving out of a narrow area in front of the bank, you're not going to get spiked. And those are basic things that you can be provided, because ultimately you're just asking, hey, don't shoot me. Let me get into the car, right? It is what it is. They didn't hurt anyone in that case, right? So the level of aggression, like, yes, they kidnapped someone, but they didn't harm anyone, as in shoot someone or anything like that. But hear me out. If the hostage was shot, right? We'll tell them, you know, we'll give them the fucking world, with the exception of a few things, if it means that it'll prevent them from shooting the hostage or killing them and get them into a vehicle where they will then be shot. Does that make sense? I agree 100% in RP, but OC for server health, shouldn't there be certain rules? Because now that'll happen next time, negotiations will never be believed. No, Dangers. I don't think you are seeing it from the from all sides here. So take this into account. If you kill your only bargaining chip, you have nothing to bargain with. Does that make sense? You can't really, like, I mean, if they shoot the hostage, they're just gonna get shot immediately on sight, right? Criminals have to try. Exactly. The entire goal is to get out, right? Always carry a spare hostage in the trunk. See, but that would actually end up getting you shot. I agree with you. Makes sense 100% RP. I just think from now on, they've already heard a hostage before police arrive. They'll never try to negotiate again. I mean, but what's their alternative, right? There's one hostage left. They're going to shoot them and immediately start shooting cops afterwards. That it wouldn't make sense. They 100% have a bargaining chip with a live hostage, because we can prevent the loss of life to at least a person, even if the others are dead. But it's not a bargaining chip if they know as soon as they hand them over, they'll get shot. I mean, you can take a look at the situation at hand. Even when we're clear to open fire, you'll realize that despite me being primary, I wasn't shooting from my vehicle, right? Like, the reason they ended up in the situation they did, well, number one, the area in which they took the person that they shot was literally right down the road in such close proximity. For context, okay, I was searching the Del Perro Pier. I was searching Chumash. I was about to head up north because someone said there was a speeding car. All right? Meanwhile, they were within a 10-second ride from where the person got shot. So they did shoot themselves in the foot there. But again, it ultimately comes down to, yes, while people can bargain for things, like, even if you've had prior encounters where you suspect the police department is not going to honor something, I don't necessarily want to say you're kind of forced to, but again, when your alternative is shoot the live hostage in front of the cops and then immediately get shot by the cops, or attempt to negotiate to get into the vehicle and then flee, right? Like, especially if you know a lot more cops are coming, if that makes sense. Oh, we're getting in. I was searching on the far fucking west side. That is correct, gaming. That is correct. There we are. Now, with that being said, right, like, the level of aggression raised very quickly as a result of, you know, sort of the totality of the circumstances here. Shooting is lame, though. I understand why some chatters get salty. I don't agree with spewing hate, though. I mean, okay, so while shooting is lame, right? What is the alternative to someone who has shot someone? Hey, don't do that. That's not gonna work. Be realistic. Stern words. Don't do that again. And by the way, when I say be realistic, to be clear, when I say be realistic, I'm not implying everything is a one-to-one in real life, okay? Because that is not the case. $130 radio check. Do you know where all the police cars are?
There's one
there were
up
two
on
here.
the streets.
I've transported him to
No, I
Mission
think
Row.
they all took them. They all took them.
10-9 Barrack.
I transported your 95 to Mission
Do you
Row.
want me to drive you to MRPD?
But yeah, there's his possessions. I'll wait around.
10-4. Did someone take my vehicle? License plate started with SO?
Hey, from it's at, it should be at MRPD.
Perfect. Yes, please.
Okay, hop in the car.
So I was just clarifying, making sure that it wasn't still around here somewhere. I'll jump in the back.
They're all good. Can I ask you a question, officer?
You most certainly can.
Have you ever heard of putting quarters in a sock and using it to like whip someone in the face?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Okay,
Yep.
at the last scene, that guy. Wait, you want me to code 2 or code 1?
Code 2, yeah.
The injured guy at the last scene was like, I've never heard of that. That's weird. Everyone's heard of that, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a pretty
100%.
like normal thing, right?
Right. Thank you.
I mean, it's because you can like add a bunch of weight and then like throw a bunch of momentum into a swing with it.
Exactly. Or like, even my training was saying like batteries. Is some batteries up in that?
Probably rocks, anything really.
Corn husks, anything, man.
I don't know about corn
husks.
husks.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Depends how dry they are.
Thank you. Appreciate it. 130-23 at Mission Row.
Alright,
Do any of the officers from that situation still need a ride to their cars, or you guys all got that settled?
I need to pee really fucking bad.
Alright, I'll call it settled. 160, transition back to channel 1.
Hello.
Alright. Yeah, we'll get you in the cell in a second. There we go. Easy.
All right. I finally returned.
Yeah, I got
There
his
we are.
DNA taken. I'm going to add it to the profile. I haven't seized his possessions or anything yet.
All right.
To see if you wanted to do anything.
All right. So I'm just going to search it one more time. I know I've searched it 2 times now, but just to verify here.
Sorry. You were a hostage? At this
All
time,
right. There we are.
you did request for a lawyer, so I'll be reaching out.
Where's Reggie?
Once I've finished up the process here with you, I'll be calling over.
All right. We are good now. In the event where I need to return anything to your person, what we'll do is we'll check your stuff back out, and then I'll place stuff on your possession, and then have DOC take it again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was clean as a whistle, though. I don't think you took anything.
Well, you did have weapons on your person.
Did I? I don't think I did,
yeah.
actually.
But you did. You had a wrench and a knife.
What the heck?
At this time, Benji.
Sure.
All right. Actually, here, we'll bring you over into one of these rooms. Left or right? What's your preference?
I don't think I had, actually.
What do you mean?
Actually, I'm actually wondering. I really did I?
Yep. There was this one. And also this one.
Oh, all right.
Give me just a moment.
I thought
hold on one moment.
I was able to like slide out of the car easily. I thought I would feel it if I had those. I don't. Maybe I have bad memory though.
No, I'm just about to. Yep. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Are you calling a lawyer?
Just
If
a
not, I'm
moment.
about to. You didn't ask for
Did
one.
you want an attorney?
Yeah, I did ask for one.
Oh yeah, I
got
wasn't
it.
gonna go to like full trial on this, but I gotta be honest with you. I'm pretty damn sure when I slid out, right? I mean, I would have hurt him if I had a fucking wrench and a knife. It was
Yeah,
clink.
yeah, no, I get what
Hey,
you're
Mr.
saying. I get what you're
Lawler.
saying. Give me
It didn't
just a
clink.
moment.
You're all good.
Somebody in the cell is requesting.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cuff you to the table here. I'm gonna make sure that again, for the time being, these possessions are seized.
All right.
There we are. There we go. Do you have any attorneys on retainer that you're specifically looking for?
Yeah, CO Ban, I think, or whatever.
Siobhan? Yeah, I'll see if I can get a hold of her if she's around. Just a moment. Siobhan does not seem to be around at the moment. And give me one additional second because I'm going to verify if the other individual called for an attorney, see who that is, and see if anyone else is available. All right? Shouldn't take too long. Just a moment.
Yeah, the representation is on the way.
Perfect. Here, come over here. Hello.
Hello.
I have a first.
Slacks, where you located?
He's in here.
Okay.
He's here.
One time's criminal possession of government issued firearm, one time's resisting arrest, one time's attempted second-degree murder, possession of a stolen identification, and aggravated petty robbery. Or just petty robbery.
Petty robbery.
And then I can levy the petty robbery charge and the stolen ID charge for guilty plea.
For the short straw, it's just a straw.
Yep.
Slacks, can you provide me with that phone number? Sorry, we had quite a few headaches in between then and now.
1 second.
You're good.
Were any of your guys' GSR positive, by the way?
My individual is positive for GSR, yes. Though they did
So-
not have anything. I thought they had weapons on their person. They didn't. Actually, I'm gonna have to verify Sim here. But what was that number that you got called by?
Oh. Just throw it on.
Okay. Let me just go look at the sim just a moment.
Okay, I'll be there in just a moment.
Now we need to figure out if this SIM card also bugged out. All right, sir. You know what? Let me just start off with reading you your rights here, given
we did.
medical.
Yeah,
I wasn't present for it, so just to go through the motions here. At this point in time, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You do have the right to an attorney during any and all questioning, and if you can't afford one to be provided by the state if available. Do you understand these rights as I read them to you today?
Yes, sir.
All right, just a moment. I'm just going to go through some paperwork here. There we are. All right, let me just go ahead. Like go through this, gotta grab these forms. All right, and sir, your full legal name?
Jean-Paul.
Jean Paul. All right.
ready for him, Rhodes? You gonna come in?
No, not yet. Just a moment.
Okay.
Mr. Paul. Let's see here. Mr. Paul, could you just briefly look up? Here we are. Like I said, lot of form related stuff. Just sorting through that.
Just gotta really think about this one.
So chat, I believe the TLDR here is if you throw something out of the car, we actually experienced this one of our first pursuits. You throw something out of a car and it doesn't land somewhere properly, it doesn't get removed from your inventory. You'd have to throw it again. So what he was implying with the weapons was that he didn't have them, he threw them. Here we are. Here we are. All right. All right, I do believe your legal counsel has arrived, so I'm going to go ahead and let him in, have a conversation with you, all right? Just a moment.
I'm used to just be, you know, like, just, you know, scroll Twitter or something randomly while I'm waiting, you know.
Hello. How's it going?
Rhodes,
Good.
it's Samantha.
Oh
It's
my,
so good
Samantha,
to
how are
see
you?
I'm great.
All
How
right.
are you?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Okay, so we have John Paul in the interrogation room to our right. I'm gonna be real. I don't necessarily have the charges ready yet, considering I was only tasked with pretty much retrieving this individual. So I'm gonna go speak with the other officers involved. I will be the arresting officer unless someone with more information takes over. But in the meantime, I'll let you speak with your client. At least, you know, get whatever information you need from their side, and then I'll go ahead and provide you with the list of charges, okay?
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Right through here.
How are we gonna notify you?
Oh, actually,
we don't have any
Barrick,
phones.
Yeah. And you can just keep the door open. He's chained to the table.
what about... Okay, but problematic thing. Was it just Mr. Paul that wanted an attorney, or did other people want an attorney?
I don't believe anybody else requested.
Okay, all right, perfect. If that's the case, right through here. I don't... You know what? I'll leave it unlocked. He is cuffed to the table. Please, if anything's afoot, let me know.
With my hand.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one. Well, actually, okay, I'm gonna be real. I don't want people assuming because this door is unlocked and then walk into that room and overhear a conversation.
So can I go get my phone then?
Fuck. We'll leave it unlocked. We'll leave it unlocked.
Okay. They can't hear. They can't hear us. Even if we're knocking on it.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, can you guys let Monroe
Hold
know
on.
that, when he's done with Mr. Paul, that Benji wants him as well?
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Put that up. All right, let me go figure out charges. S-Fan, thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it.
Looks like Benji wants a lawyer as well, so
got it.
Afterwards.
We got a lawyer upstairs with another legal aid. If...
Who is it?
Okay.
I initially called for Temple First.
Okay.
First Temple.
All right. We have Xavier and Samantha in there. I know one of them is a full attorney. I'm not sure about the other. So yeah, if we have others, 100% we need them.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Who am I speaking to regarding charges and consolidating everything here?
Right here. Yeah.
Here, let's go back here so we're not... I don't get to overlap. I appreciate the kind words, man. Really appreciate it. All right, so here's the dealio. Number on the SIM card ends in 8018, which I believe is a match to the one you provided.
Right.
So I can't say that the individual who called was Mr. Paul, who's the suspect that I have. But he does have a phone with another SIM card in it. Here. I hate reading SIM cards. The damn numbers are way too small. Let me see.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that belongs to
3603.
Bo Bummer. That's who
Okay.
said that the phone was taken off him. He said it was a burner phone. He didn't care too much about it, but he just wanted to report it stolen.
A burner
you're
phone.
being hailed on radio. Slice by Lucas.
Send it.
Here we are.
Copy. Tell him I'm dealing with the suspect and I'll be there shortly.
All right. So regarding charges for Mr. Paul, given you have all of the victim statements, what are we doing in regards to that?
So Mr. Paul should be looking at 3 counts of accomplice kidnapping, 1 count of attempted second-degree murder. He made somebody jump off of the water tower at gunpoint. Then he's looking at resisting arrest. They claim he had a gun. When we found the gun, it was given to Benji. It seemed like they were playing hot potato with it.
Okay. Now he was positive for gunshot residue. I will say that. But if we are pushing a possession charge, it's likely best that we keep it to 1. And
Correct.
it's likely best we
Benji's
keep it
taking
to
the
the
fall.
one person that ended up having it there at the end.
Correct. So he's not going to get that charge. He's going to get basically a kidnapping, attempted second-degree murder, and then resisting arrest, plus possession.
Resisting.
You can hit with petty robbery if you want to. For the phone, it's really up to you.
Is the phone the only thing he took?
He claimed that a phone, an ID, a wrench, a knife, and news camera. Roughly $30 were taken off me. Some of them were covered in the glove box of the Glendale.
Okay, because the only thing he had was like that would be stand out in this situation.
Those possessions were on Benji. I didn't even notice the news camera, but Benji, that's all Benji stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, if that's the case, the 3 counts kidnapping, 1 count resisting, 1 count attempted second-degree murder. Do we recall who was driving the vehicle?
It was Benji.
Okay, and we won't do evading in that case.
Then let Bear, can you let Maple know, because he had no idea who was driving the car.
Actually, hold on. Did Benji or Smalls have the knife?
Smalls is rip is 95. Let me take a look.
Oh. What?
Oh.
Jesus. Okay. All right. So, the attorney's going to ask. So I am going to need details. Who were the 3 victims that were kidnapped?
That will be a Miss Cleo Cloak, a Miss Bull Bummer, and a Chili Mac. All the statements should be in there as far as the report. I'm going to do my statements as well, too.
All right. Chili Mac.
Actually,
and then who was the individual who was pushed off?
That was Chili Mac. He said they made me climb the ladder. They pointed the gun before saying, if you don't jump, I'm going to shoot you.
Okay, perfect.
Are the pictures of the hostage situation in there? If not, I'm gonna.
They are. You can see who's holding who in that picture.
Yeah, because I'll be able to tell you from that.
Okay.
'Cause whoever it was that wasn't holding up the hostage, that was the one that was driving. Reset my MDT.
Yep.
Oh, Benji had a couple of SIM cards. Did we check those numbers? Hey, did we check
I checked the numbers on Benji. Benji's numbers did not match.
What's up?
So Benji was the driver.
Benji was the driver, so I need to give him reckless evading as well.
Did the victims indicate, like the others, indicate if their SIM cards were stolen?
Chili said that his phone was taken. I recovered a phone that had no SIM card in it, so it's likely one of those phone numbers. But Chili was unable to provide a phone number for us.
Correct. He was.
Got it.
Yeah, I asked him.
And so because of that, he's not getting. He won't be getting that back.
Chili Mac has a number in the yellow pages ending in 1206.
Yes, I crossed it. So.
All right.
Brixton, in a minute. I need you in a minute. No, just come.
Let me see. Oh, nothing. Okay. All right. If that's the case, I'm going 3 counts kidnapping, 1 count resisting, 1 count attempted second-degree murder.
Yep.
Anything beyond that for my individual, who again is the one who pushed somebody off the tower?
Yeah, that's where the attempted second murder comes in because of what he did.
And
That's
then
what the victim is claiming. The resisting arrest for running away, kidnapping is for taking him there. You can hit him with criminal use for GSR positive. I just don't know if you can. That's gonna be a hard one to prove without the gun. Or
I mean, I can tell you his excuse already. I was hunting.
Exactly. that was my thought process.
I'm just trying. So the thing is, at least one of those individuals was shot down prior to. Did any of them indicate the description of the person who shot them at that time?
No, he said I was on the phone, I was running away, and I got
Okay.
shot. That's what he said, and then they got dragged in there. So that's what. If I had more information, I would have told you.
That's fine. I mean, ultimately, we have to go with what we got. Not much more we can do beyond that. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and push these charges.
Things like that would definitely give us more of a story for sure.
Yeah, 100%. All right, I'm gonna go push these. Does anyone have any points of contention or anything with the current charges on Mr. Paul? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and speak with the attorneys.
Nope, looks good to me. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be down here.
All right, sounds good.
Captain, can you see the charges?
Dangers. So you have to remember that the title of the charge does not include every aspect of it. So resisting arrest also includes resisting detainment. You're being pulled over by a police officer. You're detained if you flee from that or run on foot.
Don't do it.
I'm not. It's unlocked. It's unlocked.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were about to lock it.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Hi. We're a little busy.
Okay, all right. Just let me know when y'all are ready.
Thank you.
What if he says he didn't hear you due to sirens? It's not really an excuse because he was told the same thing on foot. All right, well. Let me go over my notes here.
Copy.
I have my radio. Okay. What are the odds? All right, what are the odds that the attorney says, no, my client did not push someone off the water tower. They just...
It's pretty high. I would imagine.
Yeah, I agree. All right, I'm going to get my statement in there really quick while we have some downtime. The Glendale was occupied 3 times once it left, right?
Yeah, once I left the oil fields. Surrender.
Actually, vehicle came to a stop on Popular Street. You opened fire on Carson, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I was trying to get a tire. Didn't quite work out though.
Off-road area between. Copy all this just in case. Ugh. McDonald. MAC. Okay. Witnessed 2 individuals.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, give me just a moment.
Such a good tune.
There we are. Okay, sorry. All right, let me give you a quick rundown as to what occurred.
Okay.
So we received 911 calls indicating that somebody was being shot off of South Shamble Street. Upon arrival, and there was also local reports of an injured individual. It was pretty much the corner of South Shambles and Hanger Way.
Got it. Okay.
So think leaving the Grime Docks when you get to that big major intersection before it merges Popular. You make a right-hand turn, go all the way down until it hits the bend. Right as it hits the bend, there's kind of like not really a junkyard, but like there's some like rusted out old vehicles there. Just a little north of that, but on South Shambles.
Right.
So I actually wasn't present for this scene, but I do have a general understanding of what occurred. There was an individual who had called 911 from that location several times, indicating that they were being shot. Upon arrival, we saw a black Glendale registered to John Paul leaving the area. But because we had been informed of an injured individual, that's primarily what we were looking for. We unfortunately did not find the injured individual until, oh gosh, this was sometime later. Barrick, how long do you think it was? 10, 15? 15?
20 minutes probably.
20? Okay. Somewhere, 10 to 20 minutes, somewhere within that range. So much so that I was heading far west searching for individuals. You know, Del Perro Pier, Chumash Pier, that kind of stuff. I was heading north on Great Ocean.
Right.
When the location of the Glendale was actually called out. Now here's a bit of some additional information that is important. Slacks got called by the number that had called in prior with the 911s. That being one of the victims, Bo Bummer, if I recall correctly. That number called Slacks, indicating something to the